This is the top burger scholar in the world, and his restaurant is a piece of hamburger history. They're making some of the best burgers, and every detail in the restaurant pays homage to historical hamburger joints. This is George Moats, and today we'll try a bunch of different things on the menu, including the burger that made him famous, but we'll also go behind the scenes to see what makes these the best burgers in New York City. And let me tell you, there is no person that is more obsessed with burgers than George.
How many burgers do you think you've eaten in your life? Probably around 35,000 maybe, we figured out. Do you ever get tired of it or not? No, I get tired of bad burgers, but I never get tired of great burgers. I think my love for the hamburger grows exponentially, you know.
So I love playing videos to my employees about the best companies in the world. No matter what the business is, many of the fundamentals are the same. People who are passionate about what they do, they work hard, they're disciplined, and they try and be the best.
This is the top burger scholar in the world, and his restaurant is a piece of hamburger history. They're making some of the best burgers, and every detail in the restaurant pays homage to historical hamburger joints. This is George Moats, and today we'll try a bunch of different things on the menu, including the burger that made him famous, but we'll also go behind the scenes to see what makes these the best burgers in New York City. And let me tell you, there is no person that is more obsessed with burgers than George.
Do you ever get tired of it or not? No, I get tired of bad burgers, but I never get tired of great burgers. I think my love for the hamburger grows exponentially, you know, every day. When you walk into Hamburger America, you're walking into a piece of hamburger history. No one had ever looked at the hamburger as a piece of culinary importance in America. And I decided I would be that guy.
One of the most interesting things about Hamburger America is how simple everything is. But for George, simplicity is key.
Simplicity is the #1 component. You know, the earliest burgers in America were cooked quickly. So it was a portion ball of beef that was smashed with the back of a spatula and just done for speed. So we have two basic burgers in the menu. We have what I call the classic smash, which is, you know, everyone's seen a smash burger these days, and it's not a trend. It's trendy now, but it's not new. It's not a new trend. It's been around literally since the dawn of the hamburger, the smash burger. So we have a classic smash, which is a 3-ounce ball of beef, portion ball of beef that is smashed on a flat top and served with nothing more than cheese on a toasted buttered bun. That's it. You can add to it what we call all the way. Our version of all the way is what I also like to call the Midwestern trilogy, the mustard, pickle, onion.
It really is so simple. When you see them make it, it's just a few steps. It comes together in a few minutes, and yet it is so packed with flavor. I think ultimately it comes down to using really high quality ingredients and just understanding what makes a great burger. You don't need anything too crazy.
One of the most interesting things about Hamburger America is how simple everything is. But for George, simplicity is key.
Simplicity is the #1 component.
It really is so simple. When you see them make it, it's just a few steps. It comes together in a few minutes, and yet it is so packed with flavor. I think ultimately it comes down to using really high quality ingredients and just understanding what makes a great burger. You don't need anything too crazy. The bun, really nice and fluffy, but also compresses nicely around the burger so you can fit it into your mouth easily. We saw them cover up this burger on the grill so that the cheese melts at around the same time that the patty takes to cook. And it's details like that that kind of really make this a standout burger.
One of my favorite things about these burgers is that they're actually quite small. Like, you can have multiple of them if you want.
My burger looks kind of ridiculous. It's kind of small. It looks tiny. It packs a wallop, but it's not the most beautiful burger. It's not really photo ready. I look at photos on Instagram and I was like, oh, I'm ready for photos. You know, you can make double and triple and a quadruple, but it's not. You know, that's not my burger, you know.
It's about the taste.
Yeah, it's about the taste.
One of the cool things that they do here is they also have a monthly rotating burger that pays homage to some of the most legendary burger shops around the US.
We have a monthly burger special. Monthly burger special is a rotating burger we do every month. And I take one of my favorite burgers from around the country and we actually fly in. We bring in what I call my hamburger hero, who is the person who represents that burger. Just last week, we had in Sandy Taylor Short, who is 87 years old. And we flew her in because she represents one of the most important legacies in something called a loose meat sandwich, which is not even really a burger. Technically, it's a sandwich. It's chopped meat served in a bun with mustard, pickle, onion. And it tastes like a burger, but it's not constructed like a burger at all. But But if you're from Iowa, it is an amazing experience.
But Hamburger America, in my mind, is so much more than just the burgers. George mentioned earlier that stepping into the restaurant is like stepping into a piece of hamburger history, and the experience is almost as important as the food itself.
But to me, a hamburger it should taste great, but it really should be experiential. And when you're sitting here, you're part of the experience. You can hear it, you can see it, you can smell it. That to me that's the goal.
Amazing how important the experience behind the product is. You must make people happy. You must give them joy and a great experience with a great product.
There's something very specific where you smell the food, but you do smell. You're in the right place. You smell stuff, you hear stuff, you see things. The look is great, and there's something about that piece of performance art that just puts you there.
And the best part of all of this is there are secrets to this restaurant that only certain people know, and some that only George himself knows. But the real draw of this place is the third and final burger on the menu, the one that made George famous and the one that this restaurant is known for. By the way, I know that I make a lot of fine dining videos, but these types of restaurants are actually the ones that I love the most. So if you want to see more of the most amazing restaurants, people, and food from around the world, definitely subscribe below. But for now, I think it's time to try their famous Oklahoma fried onion burger.
The other burger I have on the menu was the burger that kind of made me famous, which is specifically the Oklahoma fried onion burger, which is a science experiment at its greatest moments. It's 5 ingredients: sweet onion, obviously beef, bun, cheese, and salt, and that's it. People say, oh, there's a sauce on there. I was like, no sauce. It's literally just, grease is a condiment. Grease is in there, and we serve with 2 pickles on the side. You're not supposed to put the pickles in. It's served in Oklahoma. They serve them on the sides. You're supposed to eat them like a chip. Oklahoma, they cook it at a higher temperature. They cook fast, super fast. This is the gather, by the way. It's the gather. See that? I can lift it up and gather the onions, put them underneath so they don't burn too badly. You want them to cook. You want them to be at the point where they're almost burnt, but they're not. It takes about 6.5 to 8 minutes, depending. Beef steam is melting the cheese and then softening the bun. The stuff that's heavier is going down and obviously caramelizing the onions.
Now we have the burger that made George famous, this Oklahoma fried onion burger. I'm excited for this one. I mean, you can just see how thinly the onions are sliced and how thinly they're put into this burger. Really beautifully caramelized without being too burnt or anything like that.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways to think of it. One is it's an umami bomb because of the caramelized onions. When you cook this burger, you're cooking the burger in rendered beef fat. The burger is rendering and the onions are cooking in the beef fat, and it creates this incredible caramelization you can only get from cooking in beef fat. That's it. You can't cook them separately in butter or something and try to add them to the burger. It wouldn't taste the same. There's some crazy science going on with a very, very sweet onion, because they're medallias, and the rendered beef fat.
You'd think that a burger that really only changes a couple things, like here, what they've done is they still have the patty, they still have the cheese, they still have the bun, but instead of the diced onions, they do these really thinly sliced caramelized onions. They take out the pickles and that's it. But it tastes so different from the other one. The other one is a bit more of that classic burger taste, I would say. And then this one is a bit more of that like umami bomb. Like he said, there are only a few things on the menu. We've tried the 2 famous burgers and they're so well done. You can tell that there's an extensive amount of research and thought and precision in it, even though it's something as simple, seemingly simple, as a burger.
Hamburger America has changed the way that I think about burgers. Knowing the history and importance of the burger in American cuisine makes every bite that much more special.